The world of drones has always been about balance. Balance between size and power. Balance between fun and professionalism. For years, people believed that compact drones were nothing more than toys. They were light, they were small, and they were simple. They could fly, yes, but they were limited. They offered quick entertainment, but not the tools needed for real creativity. If you wanted cinematic quality, you had to step into the bigger league. Larger drones, heavier designs, and higher prices. That was the old story. But in 2025, the story changed. DJI introduced the Neo 2. And with this release, the definition of small drones was rewritten. The Neo 2 is not a simple refresh. It is not a casual update to an existing design. It is a bold redesign. A shift in direction. DJI took what was once a playful gadget and transformed it into a tool. A tool for creators. A tool for vloggers. A tool even for professionals who demand reliability and quality. With the Neo 2, the barrier between beginner drones and professional drones has been broken. This little machine shows that size no longer defines power. The story of the Neo 2 did not begin with its official launch. It started with whispers, with leaks, and with rumors. In forums across the internet, people speculated. Certification documents hinted at a new battery. Prototype images fueled discussions about possible camera upgrades. People debated frame rates. They wondered about flight times. Some even dreamed of first-person view support. Speculation filled the air. But speculation is one thing. Reality is another. And when the Neo 2 finally arrived, the reality was far more ambitious than many had expected. One of the first areas where the Neo 2 separates itself from the past is battery life. The original Neo carried a small 10.4 watt-hour battery. It was fine for short flights. Fun for beginners. But it always left pilots glancing nervously at the clock. The sky was exciting, but the minutes were short. Now, the Neo 2 brings a new 11.6 watt-hour battery. On paper, it looks like a small bump. Just a few numbers different. But in the real world, this change transforms the experience. Pilots are reporting flight times that stretch beyond 20 minutes. For a drone of this size, that is remarkable. Those extra minutes make a difference. They are the difference between capturing a sunrise time-lapse or missing it. The difference between completing a smooth cinematic reveal or being cut off mid-shot. The difference between experimenting freely or rushing under pressure. And this is not just a technical improvement. It is an emotional one. Longer flight time gives confidence. Beginners, who once felt stress watching the battery drain, can now relax. They can focus on creativity instead of worry. Flying shifts from a countdown to an experience. It feels less like racing against time, and more like flowing with it. But flight time is only one part of the story. Safety is another. The original Neo came with very basic obstacle detection. It relied on a simple forward sensor. It could see what was directly ahead, but it missed much more. Poles, trees, walls, many beginners learned quickly how unforgiving the sky could be. Accidents happened often. Repairs were common. But the Neo 2 changes this. It introduces an improved vision positioning system. This system gives the drone a wider, smarter understanding of its environment. With the Neo 2, obstacles are no longer surprises. The drone can detect them with greater accuracy. It can adjust smoothly. It can respond quickly when danger appears. For pilots, this means fewer crashes. Fewer costly repairs. And a deeper sense of trust in the machine. Even experienced flyers will notice the difference. Flying through narrow spaces feels safer. Tracking moving subjects in busy environments feels smoother. The Neo 2 does not just see obstacles. It works with the pilot to avoid them. It turns safety into a silent partner. Always there. Always watching. Always ready. And then comes the jewel of this drone, the camera. For many creators, the camera is the heart of the machine. And here, the Neo 2 takes a leap forward. DJI has kept the official specifications close, but leaks and early footage suggest something powerful. A 1/3 inch CMOS sensor. Dual ISO support. What does that mean? It means better low-light performance. It means richer dynamic range. It means the moments that were once difficult, sunrise, sunset, night scenes, are now possible. Small drones have always struggled with light. In the past, night footage looked grainy. City lights blurred into noise. Sunset colors lost their depth. But the Neo 2 begins to change this. Footage now shows clarity. Details remain sharp even in the glow of neon lights. Morning mist over mountains can be captured without being lost in shadows. Reflections on wet city streets sparkle with depth. The Neo 2 opens a new world of possibilities. The video power does not stop there. Reports suggest support for 4K at 60 frames per second. Along with 10-bit D-Log color profiles. To many, these numbers are technical. But for creators, they are freedom. Freedom to push colors in editing. Freedom to adjust shadows and highlights. Freedom to build cinematic looks that once required larger, more expensive drones. The Neo 2 offers not just sharp footage, but footage that can be shaped and molded into art. Add to this the subject tracking capabilities. A runner, a cyclist, a skateboarder, the Neo 2 can follow them with precision. The footage stays smooth. The subject stays centered. The pilot feels less like a controller and more like a director. This is where the Neo 2 truly steps beyond the toy category. It is no longer just a drone for fun. It becomes a filmmaking tool. And yet, for all this power, the Neo 2 does not sacrifice portability. It stays compact. Light. Easy to carry. It slips into a backpack. Some pockets can even hold it. But within that small frame lies technology once reserved for drones many times its size. This balance makes it special. For travelers, it is freedom. No more heavy gear. No more difficult choices between luggage space and creativity. With the Neo 2, storytelling can happen anywhere. On a city street. On a mountain trail. In a quiet park. For vloggers and influencers, portability is more than convenience. It is comfort. Flying a large drone in public often feels intimidating.